It's nice up here. I mean, just seeing a kid go in there. I mean, just throw his bike right there. I left my car running. You know, just gorgeous. We have our coffee, and it is the Wednesday. It is the 8th. Hyper freeze for a limited time. Yes, but we're here, but I don't really know exactly again what to do. But I know I can briefly go over. I'm having that coffee. Briefly go over the too close to call, but it definitely looks like the gentleman is up 1,700 votes. But of course, there will be a recount there, and I wouldn't be surprised if it went to the Supreme Court. But anyways, it's so ironic that some months ago I was conscientious. I was definitely conscientious of a turn, of a change. I don't want to this is my prediction, not my prediction, but this is, if you take a science course, forget the name of the science course I took. Jeez, what the hell was it, man? All right, let me have a little bit more of this coffee. It was a science course in college. No, wait. It was, yes. Or am I thinking of interviews, theories, and practices? It's been a while, man. I mean, it's like some years ago, I used to know the back of my hand all the names. I could think of it, but I do lose my mind a little bit when the red light comes on. I just, it's not that I can't remember. It's just this thing here. It's just this thing. I mean, it's like all the things you have to worry about saying. And I thought about that. I don't know, I think it was at least it was like in April and May, even in June. I started to see the trend. Start to see things. I mean, it was developing. It's like the weather people or NASA, they study storms. They can make predictions, a couple weeks in advance or however it is. Again, my science course, whatever it was, we did a lot of things with theories. So I guess I went on a tinge there. We have batteries. Did I mention that? We do have batteries. We'll get to our little location here. I mean, I almost want to take this turn here, but I know you can't. And my luck, with theories and combos, that's the odds of gambling and stuff. I mean, the chances are I probably wouldn't get snagged there, especially 5 after 4. But you just never know. You never know. You don't want to chance it. I mean, you don't want to live with chances. You want real things. You're tired of taking the chances. We want to know. Just like the beginning of this video, just see something working. Working beautifully. It reminded me when I grew up. Those are the kind of things we could do. I'm not being sarcastic about it or anything like that. I know, the world has changed. But, things like that, just remind you of, how it was. It's like Whitney Houston sings that song. And we might be getting a lot of scratches here. I don't know that. I mean, I should have took that illegal turn to get over here. And yes, Francesco, Frances, it has been quite the hot summer here. But tonight, I mean, for the first time, it's I can feel a little bit of coolness in a long time. Maybe the whole month of July was just, it was above a certain temperature. I mean, it wasn't like you get in Arizona and, some hot states. But, nope, I had to turn it off. Alright, I'll turn it off. We had intro music and all that kind of stuff. My theory about it, this is the truth. That the light's on, but nobody's home. My theory is, this is just me now, because I've been, I studied it for a while, and I did say, I'm going to stop with going over to pages, stop having political discussions. I think a web just hit my nose, some kind of web. I don't think they have a cleaner up here. But yesterday I was just, what I was doing. If you're listening to the show, you know what I was doing this week. I was mentioning a few people. And the one gentleman that I did share the video from, Michael, whatever his name was. This guy, Anomaly, I don't know, like A-N-O, I go to big O, A-N-O, and M-A-L-Y. This goes back to, when I was in 4th grade at St. Anthony's. I know, well, Mally is M-A-L-L-Y. I don't know, what M-A-L-Y, Mala, I don't know. Anomal, I don't know. I know you can't pronounce it like it has 2 L's, it has 1 L. Mal, I don't know. Then what does the Y become? But anyway, this guy's name, I'll just say Anomaly. It's probably not the correct pronunciation of it, but I'll spell it for you. It's A-N with a big O, M-A-L-Y. I'm not an English scholar. I'll admit that. I am definitely not. Those courses kind of scared me. So anyway, this guy was, sharing these kinds of videos, and then this thing here with the Alex Jones thing, Michael Savage had him on the show. All right, you got to listen. I know, a lot of people will take this as a victory. Say, yeah, tear them all down. But this is half the population. And we're getting here where we're kind of like judging, First Amendment. I know these are private companies and all that kind of stuff, but First Amendment and these tech companies, all 4 of them, supposedly are worth $4 trillion. Supposedly. Now you talk about Medicaid or Medicare, or however you say it, health for all and all this kind of stuff, and you talk about poverty, you talk about all these things, all these sensitive things, get emotional, and they have stories, and at the end of the stories they say God bless. O'Connor did a speech. He was running against the Troy guy in the Ohio thing, and he said, I'm here for, he's mentioning God now. I said, okay, that's good. Let me have a little bit more scrubby. I want to go back to my point. My point is, it does appear as though it's kind of hard for them to stop Trump. And I did notice, some time back, I'm saying to myself, wow, they seem to be going after supporters now. Seeing that. Yesterday I was because I was on this page, with Lemon. There was a few people, and the one guy, was having a decent exchange. I'm saying, just check out this, this guy. He was an ex-liberal or ex-Democrat, however you want to say it, and he was describing the party from the history, from the history up until now, all that kind of stuff. It's his version, everything, and yes, we are different. We're all different in our interpretations of things, but I don't know. It just seems like it was come from the heart. It just seems like it was true, because I am that type of person. All right, I gotta wait, because you never know. It's late. I am that kind of person. I'm like with eyes and seeing it, just seeing it, and it is being informed. I might not be able to sit down and write books. I don't want to. I might not speak the Queen's tongue at times. But there's one thing I do stand like with emotions and what is presented, from history. And like I said, with the science class, they teach you, hypothesis and your theories and prognosis and hypnosis and to the left, to the right, to the bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, coffee. And then the one girl cuts in. She's like, oh, what are you, gay? Because you feed animals, you have cat pictures, you have pizza and all this. It's just well, I've been clearing out my wall a little bit. Yes, we did have huge, I gotta look at the timer. We had huge, big political discussions here for the longest time. And on a positive side, I'm glad that it's kind of unwinding. I'm glad that people are stepping in and stuff like that. But I mean, with the hopes of having better dialogue. I know I said it like a broken record, over and over and over again. I did it 7 ways to Sunday, or how many, what you possibly can do, all combinations of trying to get that message out. Just like when I'm talking about viewing it from history and all this kind of stuff. This guy, this ex-liberal, this ex-Democrat, he's explaining it. He's explaining it. And each decade, talk about the parties, was making more sense to me. More sense. It's like I felt that all along. But then when I hear from him, excuse me, I'm like, all right. So here we are, talking about speech now. And the First Amendment was designed for offensive, outlandish, that right to speak it. I'm forgetting that. It's like every move or every movement that they're creating, somehow just it ends up backfiring on them. And this will probably be no different unless people step in. It just happened. I know all the conservatives, all the people on the right. I know that they're all going to be coming together on this thing. Maybe they'll find another way. But you take away someone's mind, you take away someone's voice, you take away the opposition. Not necessarily opposition, but a different, a mind, a voice. So in other words, they just want it. He sat there on Congress, all the tech companies. They said, oh, we don't do this, conservative. We don't do this. I listened to the guy. He's not that bad. And a lot of people, and O'Malley, they were going after him. They do shadow blocking. They preventing people from listening to it and stuff like that. Where are we? Where are we? Where do we seek salvation if we want something different? Where do we seek an alternative? Do we go in our bunkers? Do we go down? Can we find somebody on the radio telling us something? It's like, we're down in the bunker and stuff, There's a lot of rights and wrongs. There's a lot of right ways to do it. There's a lot of wrong ways to do it. This is not the right way to do it.